with another one, guys. Okay, let me back this up a little bit. We are live with another one. Okay, welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news, guys. The UFC and Dana White have given us breaking news. Okay. We have two new scheduled fights. Okay. And they're very good, guys. They are very, very good. Let me tell you something. Both these fights can be a main event, to be honest with you. Main event, you could build a whole card right around both of these fights, guys. Okay. But as it stands right now, we have a co-main event, okay, of Ian Garry versus Belal Muhammad, guys. Okay. Ian Garry versus Belal Muhammad. This is going to be a fantastic fight, okay? Belal Muhammad coming from a loss, okay, losing his belt, okay, to Jack. All right, which, guys, if you go back and watch that fight was a lot closer than what the judges actually had it, okay? But that is besides the point at this point, okay? That is besides the point, okay? I digress. Belal Muhammad coming from a loss, lost his belt, and now he faces another up-and-comer in Ian Garry. He's gotten short notice fight. Ian Garry has gotten short notice fights, okay? And he's obliged, okay? He stepped up when the UFC needed him to step up, and here he is stepping up once again to fight the former champ in Belal Muhammad. Excuse me. Ian Garry, he is coming off of a huge, impressive win of Carlos Prates. Yes, Carlos Prates did almost finish him in that fifth round. But let me tell you something. Ian Garry showed that he was dominating, and he looked good. Okay, he looked good. And now, since that is the co-main event, the main event of the evening, guys, as I said before, okay, as I said before, damn. The problems are having long eyelashes. Unbelievable. But guys, as I said before, you know what I mean? We've been speculating who's gonna fight Arman. Okay, we've been speculating on it. I already said it was gonna be Dan Hooker. Okay, the UFC was definitely gonna bring Dan Hooker to fight Arman Tsarukyan. I've been saying that for like, I don't know, the last month and a half, maybe even two. Okay. My sources were good. All right, and I did get this correct. Okay, now we have a main event: Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. Guys, this is going to be a fantastic fight. To be honest with you, I mean, Dan Hooker, he was supposed to fight Justin Gaethje. He's coming off of a long layoff. Okay, he was supposed to fight Justin Gaethje. However, Dan Hooker suffered a broken hand. Okay, and he couldn't make it to fight Justin Gaethje. So Justin Gaethje fought Rafael Fiziev on short notice, okay, and barely won, mind you, barely won, okay. Which we're gonna guys, we're gonna talk about that a little bit more in detail in a few minutes, guys. Okay, but going back to Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker, guys, this is gonna be a fantastic fight. I'm just being honest. This is gonna be a fantastic fight. But if I had to, break it down right now in detail, I'm sorry. Arman Tsarukyan is going to basically plow through Dan Hooker, okay, like a Diddy party. All right. I just don't see how Dan Hooker can beat Arman Tsarukyan. Arman Tsarukyan is better than Dan Hooker everywhere. Okay, everywhere. If Arman Tsarukyan wanted to, he could make this fight even easier by just wrestling Dan Hooker to the ground and exploiting that part of Dan Hooker's game, because I guarantee you right now, okay, that Dan Hooker has not worked on his ground game, okay, to the point where he actually can compete with Arman Tsarukyan in that field. It's crazy. Amazing swallower. Oh, gosh, amazing swallower says, yeah. I mean, look, that's awesome. That is awesome. Blessings. Okay, blessings. And look, let me tell you something. I will bless you. Okay, I will bless you with that if you really want to. Okay, but guys, going to the topic at hand. I mean, Arman Tsarukyan, he should have definitely been fighting for the belt, guys. Okay, he should have definitely been fighting for the guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes, run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, support the community. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Okay, but going back to the topic, I think Arman Tsarukyan, he should have fought Ilia Topuria. I'm just spitting facts. Okay, Arman Tsarukyan should be fighting Ilia Topuria for that strap. And that is just my opinion. Okay, I don't care if Arman Tsarukyan pulled out on the last minute, with with a pulled hammy. Okay, I could care less about that. Arman Tsarukyan is the true contender to contend and compete for that strap against Ilia Topuria. But unfortunately, the UFC and Dana White and Mick Maynard and Sean Shelby have other ideas, obviously, okay, because we've been speculating this for a long time. And I told you guys, okay, Arman Tsarukyan will most likely fight Dan Hooker later this year. And look at what we're getting, guys. Look at what we're getting. Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker is the headline, okay, for this guitar card. Okay, and the co-main event is Ian Garry versus Belal Muhammad, which is a fantastic, okay, I say it one more time. Fantastic co-main event. All right. Fantastic co-main event. But going back to the topic at hand, when it comes to Arman Tsarukyan, man, I'm totally disappointed, guys. Okay. I am totally disappointed in the fact that Arman is not going to get his chance to fight for the strap this year. Okay. It's a sad story, guys, which honestly brings me to this point. Okay. I say that to say this. Okay. Who the hell is going to fight Ilia Topuria? Is Ilia Topuria is he even going to fight? Is Ilia Topuria even going to fight this year? Like in December or something? I mean, he's only fought once, I believe, this year. Is he going to fight again? And who's he going to fight? Because obviously he's not going to fight Arman Tsarukyan. He's already booked. Okay? Headlining. Let me read some of these comments. From India or Pakistan. Maddie, I am from neither, okay? I am Puerto Rican and Dominican, okay? Yo soy puertorriqueño and dominicano, okay? That's what I am, okay? Puerto Rican and Dominican, straight up American, born in the Mecca, New York City, Manhattan, okay? That's me. Jason 9 says, what the is Pereira doing? We are days to the fight. Motherfucker doing TikTok shit with Nina. Motherfucker lock in. Jason 9. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. And you know what? I hear you. I hear you. That Nina girl, I mean, she distracts a lot of fighters. Let me tell you that. Jason 9 says, Topuria is the new UFC plant for real. Yeah, I think so. I do think so. Okay, I do think so. I think Ilia Topuria is definitely a new plant in the UFC. I mean, guys, let's speculate right now. Right now that we know that Arman Tsarukyan is going to fight Dan Hooker, guys, let's speculate who the hell is going to fight Ilia Topuria. Which, in my mind, guys, I already guessed Arman Tsarukyan will be fighting Dan Hooker. I guessed that. Okay, we've been speculating that, like I said before. And look at what the UFC has given us. Exactly what I said once again. Okay? Once again. And if you're not new to my channel, I did predict, okay, the UFC White House card. I made a whole video about the UFC White House card. And guys, I said Kayla Harrison will be on that card. And it looks like Kayla Harrison will be on that card in the White House. Okay. And I did say that Conor McGregor will be headlining the White House card. And guys, it looks like Conor McGregor might just headline this White House card. So guys, I'm hitting homers. Okay, I am hitting homers. My sources are fucking good. All right. So look, if we had to speculate who the hell Ilya Taporia is really gonna fight, my stomach cringes right now because I'm just speaking facts, guys. Okay, there's only one person that the UFC is gonna put up against Ilya Taporia. I'm just being honest with you. They're trying to really, really run with this narrative that Ilya Taporia is just a monster, is just a killer, a mixed martial arts fighter that goes in there and takes your head off. Okay, Chuck Liddell style. Excuse me. Okay, that is the narrative that the UFC and Dana White is trying to sell us. Okay, but don't fall for it, guys. Okay, do not fall for this because I know what their plan is. Okay, I know what their plan is. Okay, I can tell from a mile away. All right, and I don't have binoculars. I can tell what the UFC is about to do. All right, guys, I'm still not sold on Ilya Taporia. All right, I am definitely not sold on Ilya Taporia, not even a little bit. Okay, I gave my explanation why. Okay, he beat a Max Holloway that was fighting in the lightweight division, gained muscle, gained some mass. Okay, had success in that division, and then went down and fought Ilya Taporia and got knocked out. Something that never happened in Max Holloway's career. Guys, it never happened in Max Holloway's career because he's never went up and gained weight and gained that much mass and then had to come back down. Okay, that's the reason why he got knocked out. And then the Volk victory for Ilya. Volk got beaten by Ilya and knocked out as well. But let's look into more detail, guys. Okay, Volk got knocked out by Ilya. Okay, in my opinion, it was due to injury. Let's not forget, Volk got rocked 2.5 months prior to that Ilya fight by Islam. Islam Makhachev needed somebody to step in on short notice. The UFC called Volk. Volk obliged and got knocked out with a head kick, guys. Okay, and about 2.5 to 3 months later, not even, the UFC came calling, and Volk had to defend his belt against Ilya. And guess what happened? He got knocked out. Of course, he got knocked out. He just got knocked out 2.5 months ago. What do you think was going to happen? Okay, and then the Charles Oliveira victory, guys. He fought a Charles Oliveira, and that, in my opinion, is out of his prime, okay, and is a shell of himself. I watched that Michael Chandler fight, and let me tell you something. Charles Oliveira did not look like the old Charles Oliveira that I know. Okay, but guys, your eyes are not deceiving you. Okay, your eyes are not deceiving you. Ilya Taporia, in my opinion, is not impressive at all. And what the UFC is about to do right now is a travesty. I know what they're about to do. Do you? Do you guys know what he's about to do? Guys, the UFC is going to book Ilya Taporia. Mark my words. It's going to be Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje, guys. Mark my words. Mr. Peace, you said something I can't understand. That blesses to you, man. Jason 9 says they're trying to sell a new Conor, but with no personality and with no record of beating almost retired dudes. Record of beating almost retired dudes. Let me tell you something. I agree with everything you just said right there, Jason 9. Pure facts. I just broke it down for everybody. I literally just broke it down, guys. And in my opinion, that is the fight that the UFC, Dana White and Mick Maynard and Sean Shelby, excuse me, they're going to try to sell us this. They're going to try to sell Justin Gaethje, a stand-up striker. He goes in there and he bangs against Ilya Taporia, a guy who's a mixed martial arts fighter but prefers to keep it standing so he could take your head off as well. But in reality, guys, Justin Gaethje had a huge layoff, and prior to his layoff, he got slept by Max Holloway. Okay, he comes out of that layoff. Okay, and he's booked to fight Dan Hooker. But unfortunately, Dan Hooker suffers a broken hand. Okay, and Rafael Fiziev had to step in on short notice, guys. It was like a week and a half notice, and Rafael Fiziev looked excellent. Okay, looked excellent against Justin Gaethje. Arguably, could have won that fight if there was another round. So when it comes to Justin Gaethje, guys, he is not deserving, not even a little bit. Okay, not even a little bit. The guy doesn't deserve shit, especially to fight for the strap. Okay? Justin Gaethje is a walking CTE patient. Okay? He will get slept by Ilya Topuria, and the UFC, Dana White, Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard are going to sell us this damn product of Ilya Topuria being this, wow, this KO artist. When in reality, he fought all dead guys. Okay? Guys that were supposed to lose. Let me read some of these comments. They just going to bury Arman. Well, they better not, guys. Okay, Arman Tsarukyan is going to fight Dan Hooker. They are booked for that guitar card. Arman Tsarukyan and Dan Hooker are the main event, and Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad will be the co-main event for this guitar card, which leads me to believe that Justin Gaethje will be the only guy basically available to fight Ilya Topuria. I just broke it down for this community, guys. Okay, just like how I broke down the White House card and basically got all those, basically got Kayla Harrison right, got Conor McGregor right. I guarantee this is going to happen, guys. It's atrocious, atrocious. Dean says, "What's up, gang? How you doing, Dean? How you doing, man? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, man. Long time don't see. All right, since I you know." But anyways, guys, I'm just talking facts, all right? I'm just talking facts right now. I call it how I see it. I call it how I see it. Okay, I call it how I see it, guys, and I'm just being real. Okay, I'm just being real. I think it's a travesty. Okay, I think Arman Tsarukyan should have definitely fought Ilya Topuria way before Justin Gaethje should. Justin Gaethje doesn't deserve shit. Okay, let alone fighting for the fucking strap. Are you out of your mind? Is the UFC out of their mind? Obviously, they're out of their mind. Okay, because that's a fight that I'm gonna watch. Obviously, I'm gonna watch that fight, but I already know what's gonna happen. Okay, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes, run up these subscriptions, support the community. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You already know what this is. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Jeremistic says, someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. There's a calm before the storm. Wow. Yeah, there's a calm before the storm. You know, I went through hurricanes in my life, and let me tell you something. There is no fucking calm. There is no calm before the storm, okay? There's only the storm. Okay, if there's calm before the storm, that means that there is no storm. Okay? That's what that means. Okay, guys? But yeah, guys, I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I could break down these cards daily if I wanted to. I'm just being honest with you. Okay, I'm just being honest with you because they're so predictable. The UFC and Dana White, Sean Shelby, and Mick Maynard, they're so predictable. Okay? I know what they're going to do before they do it. And I guarantee that Justin Gaethje will get that opportunity to fight Ilya Topuria. It's a sad fucking story, guys. T.N. Freemason says, CCR song. He just quoted it in another channel. CCR song. I don't know what that is. I don't know what CCR song is, my guy. What the hell is that? Biker Boy says, Arman by sub, Gary decision, my picks. You agree? I agree with the Arman. I agree with the Arman. Okay, I agree with Arman Tsarukyan definitely beating Dan Hooker. I just don't see how Dan Hooker can win the fight. Yeah, Dan Hooker has some good striking. He has some good striking abilities. But, guys, I mean, it's not like Dan Hooker was fighting, you know, basically top five. He not really. I mean, Dan Hooker was getting rocked. I'm not gonna say rocked, but it's not like Dan Hooker was going in there and getting clean wins. He wasn't. He was getting hurt. He was getting hit. He was getting cut up against guys that are not even as experienced or as technical or as good as Arman Tsarukyan. So, in my opinion, yeah, Arman Tsarukyan is definitely going to win this fight. He has many ways to win this fight, whether it's in the stand up or on the ground. I mean, if Arman Tsarukyan wants to make this fight easy, he'll do exactly what Chimaev did to DDP. Just wrestle Dan Hooker to the ground, and soon after, you will get the submission. Okay, guaranteed. Now, when it goes to Ian Gary and Belal Muhammad, guys, I am not going to pick Ian Gary to win that fight. I disagree with you, Biker. I like Ian Gary. I like his abilities. I really do. Okay. But there's one thing that I did see in Ian Gary in that Carlos Prates fight in that fifth round when Carlos Prates did rock Ian Gary and basically almost won the fight. But he pulled it off. Ian Gary, he pulled it out. You know what I mean? There's one thing that I did see though, and that was the ability to lose the fight. Ian Gary does have an ability to lose a fight. Okay. And Carlos Prates almost proved that in the fifth round. Now, when it comes to Belal Muhammad, I think he's going to go in there with a totally different game plan. He's probably going to use, a lot of his wrestling as well. He's probably going to utilize the fence. He's probably going to want to put Ian Gary, on that fence, utilize that dirty boxing, and beat Ian Gary that way with that type of game plan. Because if he gives Ian Gary, room, and he gives Ian Gary time to dictate, the space and the distance, I think Ian Gary could find success against Belal Muhammad. But I see Belal Muhammad winning that fight, guys. I really do. Gary to Shavkat fight. Belal looked trash against Jack. He got smashed. Biker Boy, I don't know what fight you're talking about. Biker Boy, I don't know what fight you're talking about because I watched that fight 3 times. And I'm sorry. I had Belal Muhammad winning that fight, split decision. Split decision win for Belal Muhammad. There isn't another champion out there that would have done the same type of performance that Belal Muhammad did and not get the win. At least a split decision. Okay? You cannot tell me that fight wasn't closer than what it seemed. Those judges were on crack cocaine, okay? Because in my opinion, Belal Muhammad, he beat Jack by split decision, and I'm gonna die on that hill, okay? I'm gonna die on that hill. So, yeah, maybe there was moments in there, especially in that fifth round, that Jack did find success and found a little bit more success towards that end of the fifth round. But in the beginning of that fifth round, Belal Muhammad was finding a lot of success. So, I mean, like I said, Biker Boy, I don't know what fight you watched, okay? I don't know what fight you watched. I think Gary beats Jack as well. Islam will sub Jack in 1. JDM is overrated. 3 rounds to 2 Jack. That's speculative, okay? I don't know about that, man. I thought it was the other way around. I thought Belal Muhammad did enough, all right, to at least get the split decision win. It was a close fight, but I thought Belal Muhammad did enough to win it. I really thought so. Yeah, Belal Muhammad could have definitely utilized his wrestling, and it definitely would have looked better in the judge's eyes. But I still thought Belal Muhammad did enough. You know what I mean? But you said, let me see. I think Gary beats Jack as well. I don't think Ian Gary beats. I mean, that's a very good fight, Biker Boy. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a very, very, very good fight. When it comes to Ian Gary and Jack, JDM, I mean, that's a really good fight. Now that I'm thinking about it in detail in my mind, that's a fantastic fight right there. Ian Gary versus JDM. I like that. I like that a lot. I really do. I'm intrigued to see what would happen in that fight, to be honest with you. Um, especially after watching Carlos Prates fight Ian Gary and have little success in the early rounds. I would like to see how JDM would attack Ian Gary, and in what nature would Ian Gary actually attack back. You know what I mean? But guys, we got Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad. That's going to be a fantastic co-main event over there in Qatar. For this guitar card, and we got Arman Sarukian versus Dan Hooker, which is another fantastic fight. But Arman Sarukian should definitely go in there and just use his wrestling, submit Dan Hooker, and make it a quick night. And get on that mic and tell the UFC, "Give me my strap. It's time." That's exactly what he should say, guys. Okay. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? Run up these likes, run up these subscriptions, okay? Do me the favor, support the community. You already know what it is, okay? The only channel where the fans come first, not last. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is not really like any breaking news, in my opinion. I mean, Dana White was on there, breaking news, guys, breaking news. But in reality, this is not breaking news, guys. I've been saying this for the last 2 months, basically, that Arman Sarukian is going to fight Dan Hooker. All right? It was apparent. And it's just as apparent as Justin Gaethje getting the title shot against Ilia Topuria. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm just spitting facts, guys. I am just spitting facts. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? Like I always say, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions, man. Breaking news. that's what Dana White says. You know what I mean? But in reality, guys, this is not, like I said, this is not breaking news. What the UFC and Dana White should have said was, breaking news, guys. Justin Gaethje is going to fight Ilia Topuria. Just give us the news already. We already know it's going to happen. We already know the shit product that you want to give us. Okay? We already know the narrative that you're going to try to sell the public. Okay? When in reality, we all know Ilia Topuria is not who he say he is. Okay? He's just fighting a bunch of dead bodies. And I'm not going to say a bunch of dead bodies because, Volk is not a dead body. Max is not a dead body. And even Charles is not a dead body. Those are not dead bodies, but he fought them when they were at their most vulnerable state. That is what I'm saying. Okay? It's a sad story, man. It's a sad story. Malcolm says, "Why are you screaming in my ear, bro?" Well, my guy, I don't know why I'm screaming in your ear, but I could tell you this. You could get out. You could get the fuck out if I'm screaming in your ear. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, get the fuck out. You have choices to make as a grown man, okay? Biker Boy says, Patty better than Gaethje. That's the fight to make. Guys, Biker Boy, what are you on, man? Biker Boy, I like you, okay? I like you, all right? You have a lot to say, but let me tell you something. Paddy the Baddy is not the fight to make. Paddy the Baddy just beat Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's last win was against a dead body of Tony Ferguson, guys. Tony Ferguson. 4-fight losing streak. Michael Chandler, you defeat that guy, and then all of a sudden, you're deserving to fight for the strap. Biker Boy, you're on something tonight, boy. You are on something tonight. Tony B says Ilia overrated. I agree with you, man. I agree with you, Tony boy. I cannot disagree with you. Eric says, hi. How you doing, Eric? Blesses to you. Jason 9 says, what do you think they're going to do with Arman? Because they don't want their plans to lose. They don't want their plant to lose. It's too bad. It is too bad, guys. Okay, I'll tell you what. Guys. Okay? If Arman Sarukian beats Dan Hooker and gets on the mic and says, I'm the next guy, I guarantee the UFC will book Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria, right? And then Ilia Topuria will beat Justin Gaethje, and then right after Ilia Topuria beats Justin Gaethje, Ilia Topuria will get on the mic and say, I want to fight Islam for the welterweight strap. I guarantee it, guys. I know how they're going to do it. They're going to do everything they can to keep Arman Sarukian away from Ilia Topuria. I guarantee it, okay? Let me read some of this. Liam Jones says, how was Max in his most vulnerable state. I get a vote coming off a KO, but Max, Liam Jones, I guess you don't know anything about gaining weight and losing weight, right? Uh, guys, Max Holloway, okay, and I repeat, Max Holloway, he was competing in a lightweight division prior to him fighting Ilya Taporia, something that he has never done in his career when he was a champion in that division. Okay? So what did Max Holloway do? And there was an actual video, okay, an actual interview with Max Holloway explaining his process of gaining weight and gaining mass so he can be credited, okay, as a good fighter in that lightweight division. Okay? So he gained weight, he gained muscle, he gained mass. So yes, he fought Max Holloway at his most vulnerable state, because Max Holloway, for the first time in his career, had to lose that muscle, had to lose that mass, okay, to come back down in weight and fight in that featherweight division against Ilya Taporia. And guess what happened? Max Holloway got knocked out. Something that has never happened, I repeat, never happened in Max Holloway's career prior to him gaining that weight and gaining that mass to go to the lightweight division. Okay, so yes, he fought Max Holloway at his most vulnerable state. Had to break it down for you. Ice says Don Hassan has changed his accent. I don't even know what you're saying, man. James Bondi says, I'm currently on a run from non-violent drug charge. I'm really struggling and extremely hungry. Anything you can help, especially prayer. Help, especially prayers. James Bond, I really can't help you. You know what I mean? I really can't help you. The only thing I can give you is kind words, okay? And what I can say is, if you are out in a run right now, you're doing a good job. You're keeping your body healthy and you're keeping your mind sharp. Okay, continue doing what you're doing. All right, stay focused and stay away from all the negativity. Okay, because there's gonna be negativity coming into your life. Okay, like fucking beetles. Okay, so stay away from them. Duck and dodge them sons of bitches. Okay, and stay positive, my friend. Liam Jones says, I wasn't on the Ilya hype train, but his win over Max legitimized him in my eyes. Okay, bro, you don't need to condense it. Was all condescended with just a polite question. Look, Liam Jones, I understand what you're saying. Okay, but I had to come back with the comeback. Okay, I had to come back to the comeback. And guys, I appreciate the person who took the like. Okay, the person who took the like from the channel. I appreciate you. All right, and I want you to get the fuck out. Okay, I want you to get the fuck out. Okay, I don't want you in this community if you're out here taking likes. All right, but Jones, I had to come back with the comeback, my guy, because you asked me a question, and I had to give you a real rebuttal. Okay, because that is facts. That's not. You can't tell me that's not something to think about. If Max Holloway has never been knocked out in his career, never been knocked out in his career, and then all of a sudden, for the first time, he gets knocked out, you got to look at the great detail. Okay, you got to look at the great details. Same thing that happened to Aljamain Sterling. You guys could go back and watch my videos about Aljamain Sterling. I had mentioned this. Okay, I had mentioned this. I called it prior to the UFC actually doing this. I said they're gonna put Aljamain Sterling, okay, in a 5-rounder, in a 5-round fight, because obviously he's a champion, so he has to fight in 5-rounders. He's gonna fight 5-round fight, and then right after fighting that 5-round fight, they're gonna expect Aljamain Sterling to fight two months after that. And guess what happened? Aljamain Sterling got knocked out. You have to give your brain some time to recover, man. Okay, you have to give your brain some time to recover, especially after getting in a 25-minute fight with someone. You gotta do it. I feel like Arman should have fought Jamal Hill since both are inactive. I mean, I hear you, man, but Jamal Hill, he's in a heavier weight class, first and foremost, and Jamal Hill is a dead body, okay? Dead body walking around in the cemetery, all right? And for the other person who took the other like, I need you to get out as well. I need you to get out, guys. Okay, I don't need a bunch of haters in this community. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a bunch of haters in this community. That's the reason why I revoked Dean. Okay, Dean was up in here just, you know what I mean? Dean was up in here just writing shit for no reason. You know what I mean? It got to the point when I'm like, why is this dude even coming in this community? I made him a character in this community, and he's not even doing shit. He's just coming into this community talking about anything he wants. He literally got into my chat and he started just rumbling dumb shit. So I had to revoke, okay? I had to revoke him from this community. Biker Boy says, it's big ink time. I need Porton out cold in there. Biker Boy, that's easier said than done, okay? That is easier said than done. But I did pick Ankalaev to beat Alex Pereira. Just based on how the first fight went, I was very much impressed with Ankalaev and how he approached that first Alex Pereira fight, to be honest with you. So I got Ankalaev winning that fight. I don't know if he wins by knockout. You know what I mean? I think Alex Pereira is definitely going to be prepared. He's definitely going to hammer him with some lower leg kicks. And I do see, Alex Pereira having some success in there. So Ankalaev is definitely going to have to do his due diligence, to be real. Let me see. Manny says the People's Channel is live. Let's go. Yes, we are, man. Yes, we are, guys. We are live, okay? Live with another one. You already know what it is, okay? The only channel where the fans come first, not last, man. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of haters out here, guys. A bunch of haters out there, okay? I gotta duck and dodge them like I'm fucking Floyd Mayweather, okay? Because literally, there's people that come to your chat and spew hate. Guys, we are past the 30-minute mark. We are past the 30-minute mark, okay? And you already know what it is. After the 30-minute mark, we could talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. It does not have to be mixed martial arts related, okay? Rapid fire, guys. But I do want to give the wrap around about the, topic of discussion today. It was the guitar card headlined by Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. That is the breaking news that Dana White has given us. And the co-main event as well, Ian Gary versus Belal Muhammad. I mean, this is going to be a fantastic card right there. Fantastic card. I will be watching. Manny says Conor McGregor has haters too. It means you're going forward. Manny, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I wholeheartedly really, really appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? I don't really mind, the haters. I really don't mind the haters, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I step on the haters like a little piece of rock. Okay? Literally. You know what I mean? They can hate, they could keep watching, and they could keep doing their lives. You know what I mean? But it's funny to me when people come into my chat and start spewing negativity. It's just hilarious, man. It makes me laugh, to be real with you, because I mean, it makes me feel bad for them, to be real. Like, you don't have anything exciting in your life. You don't have anything else to do with your time. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get into somebody's channel and spew some hate. It's just uncalled for, Biker Boy says this week is stat card. Jury going to piece Khalil Roundtree up. Jury KO round 2. Biker Boy, I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. Give me an explanation, Biker Boy, of how Jerry Prochazka is going to knock out Khalil Roundtree. Give me an explanation. Give me the, how he sets it up. I want to know, man. Is it a right hand? Is it a left hand? You know what I mean? Is he ducking and dodging like he did Jamal Hill, and then he counters him and he catches him? Like, how is he going to do that? Okay, because I mean, from what I see with my eyes, I see Jerry Prochazka getting knocked out with a setup head kick by Khalil Roundtree. Okay, I got Khalil Roundtree winning that fight. A lot of people have Jerry Prochazka winning that fight. He is the favorite, but I'm sorry, I had to go with Khalil Roundtree. Conor McGregor, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Hopefully, Conor McGregor, you did talk to your wife, Dee Devlin, and tell her to get the fuck out of my DMs. Okay, because she's still there, guys. Okay, she is still there. Okay, Dee Devlin is still in my DMs, guys. Conor McGregor says, why are you inviting me for dinner? And what will you be cooking? Conor McGregor, what would I be cooking? I will be cooking your wife. That's what I'm going to be cooking. Okay, Conor McGregor. I'm going to be cooking your wife right there. All right, right in front of you. Okay, you're going to watch, because we already know what type of guy you are. Okay, we already know what type of guy you are. Okay, so you're gonna watch me cook the shit out of your wife. Okay. Manny says Khalil gonna KO Jerry out. Jerry is so defenseless. Manny, that's what I'm trying to explain to Biker Boy, but he seems to not understand. That Jerry Prohaska doesn't have good defense. Yes, he's improved. He's improved, but guys, that's not that type. That's not the type of defense that you want against a guy like Khalil Rountree. Styles make matchups, guys. Styles make matchups. And everybody wants to bring up, oh, but Jerry Prohaska finished Jamal Hill and Khalil Rountree wasn't able to finish Jamal Hill. Guys, styles make matchups. Okay? And Khalil Rountree is the perfect guy to head kick the shit out of Jerry. Okay? Biker Boy says, okay, here we go. Jerry finished Hill and Rackage. Roundtree couldn't finish Hill. Look at that. Even before I even read his comment, I already knew what he was going to say, guys. I already knew what he was going to say. He was going to bring up the Jamal Hill fight. I already know. I know this like the back of my hand, guys. Okay? Jerry finished Hill and Rackage. Roundtree couldn't finish Hill. That's why I give the edge to Jerry, but it's close. It's a coin flip. LOL. Biker Boy, I knew what you were going to say prior. Prior to you even writing that and me even seeing it and reading it, I knew what you were going to say, because that is literally the narrative that everybody is trying to say. Everybody that I talk to, they bring that fight up, and I'm like, bro, you guys are casuals because you guys haven't been watching mixed martial arts as long as I have. Now, guys, okay, if Jerry Prohaska goes in there and knocks out Khalil Rountree, I'll be the first person to say, damn, that was impressive. All right, he convinced me. I thought Khalil Rountree was going to win, but I just don't see it, guys. I just don't see it. Manny says MMA math doesn't work, Biker Boy. Manny, I agree with you. Biker Boy, Manny, we will see, won't we? Hopefully, you guys come back to the community and support the community. Okay, when I do go live this Saturday, okay, because I will be going live this Saturday for this event. Okay, I'm gonna be live from the beginning to the end. You see, I cleared out my schedule, guys, just specifically, okay, so I can watch this card top to bottom. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? Support the community. Do me the favor, run up these likes, run up these subscriptions. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. I really do. Manny says, bet we will see. For sure. Biker Boy says, Manny, I disagree as well. MMA math works a lot of the time if you pay attention. GTA, how you doing, GTA? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. How you doing, man? What is going on, GTA Shorts? You're back. Biker Boy says, Manny Ober beat John. Reyes got KO'd by John. What happened in that fight between Oberg and Reyes? Which, I did predict that Oberg would knock out Reyes. You know what I mean? I mean, anybody could predict that. I mean, if anybody predicted Reyes to win, I could understand why, because maybe they were a true fan and they wanted to see Reyes finally, do his comeback. And I could understand that because I like Reyes as well. And I was having fun with his 3-fight winning streak. But when you look into the great detail, it's like, bro, you beat Anthony Smith. Okay. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right. Oberg is going to knock you out. And that's exactly what happened, guys. Manny says Jamal Hill KO Johnny, but Johnny Chinese guy. What about that? You're right. You guys are both right. I hear you, both of you guys. Okay. I hear both of you guys, to be honest with you. GTA Short says, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing great, man. I am doing great, GTA Shorts. You know what I mean? Doing good. I can't complain, man. I'm glad that you're doing good. Good to hear. Blessings to you. Hopefully, things go great. You know what I mean? For you as well, But yeah, man, I can't complain. This Saturday, we got a great card ahead of us. I will be going live for this card. Hopefully, everybody in this community supports and comes out, for my live and, supports the channel. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, an exciting card this weekend, man. Exciting card. I'm excited for it. I mean, the UFC is doing, very limited marketing for this card, which is atrocious, to be honest with you. Blessings to you too. Thanks, GTA Shorts. I appreciate it. Manny says, did you see Vandalay getting put out cold by some dude in a suit? Guys, that some dude in a suit is not just some dude in a suit, guys. Okay, his father was the boxer that was fighting Vandalay Silva. Okay, and the boxer that was fighting Vandalay Silva is a professional boxer. I'm talking about a champion, a real champion. When he was in his prime, that dude was a serious fucking boxer. And guess what? He was doing a hell of a job of beating the shit out of Vanderlei Silva to the point where Vanderlei Silva was, he started committing cheats. He started committing just a bunch of fouls, and it got to the point where, the son wasn't having it. He wasn't having that shit. And the corner wasn't having that shit. And there was a moment where Vanderlei Silva threw a headbutt at the guy. So yeah, his son stepped into the ring and started throwing, some punches and knocked his ass out. I mean, guys, I would do the same too. If I saw my father, you know what I mean, getting fouled by another dude repeatedly and nobody's doing anything about it, I'm gonna jump into the fucking ring too, and we're gonna do what we do. And unfortunately, that's how it ended for Vanderlei Silva. Got knocked out by the son of his opponent. Unbelievable, guys. Biker Boy says, Manny, what you that makes no sense. Did Hill lose to the Chinese guy? LOL. Biker Boy is still on this argument. Come on, guys, let's move on from that. Jason 9 says, we hitting those 1K subs before the end of the year. Deserved. Jason 9. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. Guys, look, I tell you what. I've had this channel for 3 years. Okay, I've had this channel for 3 years, but I literally created the channel 3 years ago, but I didn't do anything with it. I literally was like, how am I going to approach this? How do I want to approach, being on YouTube? I literally, it took me like, I'm dead serious. It took me like 3 years to figure out how I wanted to do this, to be real. All right. And how I wanted to approach this. And last year was the first time I ever posted. Okay. Last year was literally the first time I ever posted a video. And my goal for this year, in the beginning of the year, was 500 subscribers, guys. That's all I wanted, was 500 subscribers. And now we're literally almost done with the year. And yeah, Jason 9, you're right. We're almost at 1,000, man. We definitely crushed the goal. And guys, I got to thank you guys. I got to thank everybody who supports the community, who shows up and shows out every time I go live. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I always say, the only channel where the fans come first, not last, man. And that's the reason why I love reading the comments and I like bantering with you guys, because I want to make you, I want to make it feel like we're at a round table and we're all, communicating together. And I love it. And I love it, man. And I love you guys. Real talk. I love you guys. Even the haters, even the people that come in here and spew hate, I love them too, man, because it keeps me going. It keeps me pushing. It keeps me, looking. It keeps me interested and intrigued on ways that I can improve, this channel. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. GTA says, for real. Biker Boy says, that was a brutal KO. LOL. It was. Manny says, if we take that Vanderlei incident, why did he get put out cold by his opponent's son? If we go resume for resume, Vanderlei should have KO'd him, Biker Boy. Well, you got to understand too, Manny. I mean, you got to understand that's not a normal son. Okay, that's that son knows how to fight. His dad was a champion in boxing, guys. So his son definitely knows how to fight. His son definitely knows how to throw a punch. And Vanderlei Silva is way past his prime. He shouldn't even be competing, in my opinion. So, yeah. Bro, you are jacked. Fist and claw, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I am not jacked, okay? I'm definitely not jacked. I am strong. Don't get me wrong. I am strong, but I don't know if I'm jacked. You know what I mean? I'm not no 200-pound dude. You know what I mean? I weigh 162 the last I weighed myself. You know what I mean? I am pretty ripped, but I'm not like fucking 200 pounds. Fist and Claw, what's up, gang? That's what GTA Short says. Biker Boy says, Manny, we will see who gets the dub. I'm on Jerry. Let's go. Hey guys, this is the great debate. We're gonna find out. All right, in a few days, guys. In a few days, Manny says, I had better defense than Jerry. I love the fight with. I love to fight with haters. GTA Shorts, me too. Me too. That boxer's son versus Raja Jackson. Let's see how it goes. Jason 9. I mean, are we talking about a boxing fight? Because that boxer's son would definitely beat Raja Jackson in a boxing fight, guaranteed fucking T. But if it's a mixed martial arts fight, I mean, Raja Jackson does have abilities. I mean, we saw guys. He has abilities to pick your ass up, slam you as hard as he can onto earth, and then finish you off with. So, I don't mean to laugh, guys. It's just I just had the image of the whole Raja Jackson incident, and he slammed that dude so hard he was knocked out before the punches landed. Unbelievable, but that's besides the point. Uh, Let me see. Raja puts him out cold. If it's a mixed martial arts fight, then he puts him out cold. Fist and Claw says, "Bro, Raja is bigger and he knows wrestling. If it's a mixed martial arts fight, Raja Jackson wins. But if it's a boxing fight, the boxer's son wins. Guaranteed. Okay, guaranteed. That guy pieces him up. All right. Um, Jason 9 says Raja picked that big ass dude like nothing. Shit was impressive. It was impressive, man. That dude is strong. Raja Jackson is strong as fuck, man. He picked him up like it was nothing, man. And that dude probably weighs like 270. All right, I give him 278 even. All right, and he picked him up like it was nothing, slammed him onto earth, and that was the end of that. Manny says, "I love biscuits. I love biscuits too. Biscuits with jelly. Okay, that's my favorite, guys. Okay, honestly, that is my favorite. All right, guys, but look, um, I did want to say one thing and one thing only. Okay, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. I can't say that enough, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man, for supporting this community and pushing this community to where it's been and where it's going, man. Real talk, guys. I mean, Jason 9 just put things into perspective, guys. Jason 9 and GTA Shorts just put things into perspective when they had brought up the 1,000 subscribers, man. Like I said, this year's goal was 500, and here we are about to hit 1,000. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Really do. All right, but you already know what it is, okay? This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Hey, guys, I'm out of here. Hopefully, I see you guys this weekend. And it's going to be a hell of a fight, a hell of a card. I'm excited for it. You already know what it is. I'm out. Peace.